I have decided that I am going to train for a 10K. And that might not sound very long, but I am not a runner. Oh, I have only done 5Ks, and so I feel like this is a good next step. I've never liked running per se, but I had an incident the last time I flew where I had to run to catch my plane, and I struggled. It was London Heathrow, so like super big airport, a lot of running. Needless to say, I peed myself, and it turns out that me and the flight company have different definitions of gate closing. So it wasn't even that serious. Anyways, that's beside the point. Now, I have a flip phone. So at the moment I don't run with anything but my keys, which I need to get. In the future, I thought about getting a watch or something so I can like listen to music. But at the moment, I just run with my keys, and I pre-plan where I'm gonna run. Right now I'm starting with just like 3K. I've just been sick last week. I'm still like a little congested, but I'm like, I think I'm okay. Yeah, that wasn't very convincing, but yeah, we're just gonna do 3K, and I'm just gonna do it really easy. I'm around halfway. You know, running's got me thinking about, do you remember in elementary school or middle school where we had to go around the track and do a mile run? And I was so bad at it. And I think it's, well, I don't know if they told you that you shouldn't like all out sprint in the beginning like I did, and I just didn't listen, or they didn't say, but I just didn't know how to run. Like now I think I could run a mile in under 10 minutes. Maybe I already did, I don't know. I don't track my time yet. But actually one of my goals is to get comfortable enough to do a 5K social run. To be honest, my body is fit enough to run, but my lungs are not used to running. And so I can't join a social run if I'm like hyperventilating by the end, you know? So that's why I really want to train, because it'd be nice to exercise in a group, you know, feel some community. Oh, I like to get my workout done in the morning, or else I struggle to do it. You know, the nice thing was that at the end, sometimes when I run, I'm like, and I say sometimes when I run, I've run twice this year. This is my third time. The last 2 times I've run, I've been kind of like counting down till the end. And now this time, I reached the end and I was like, oh, it's the end. So that kind of felt nice, you know? My nose is running. Okay, let me try and call the gynecologist again. One sec. Okay, I'm number 4 in line. I always, don't know whether I should challenge myself to speak Danish when they answer, or just speak English. Well, I know what I should do. I just never know what I'm gonna do, especially when it's doctors, because there's so many words that like I I don't know, I'm just making excuses. Right now, I've lived in Denmark for like 7 years. Language is definitely the hardest thing about moving. But one of the other things that I'm trying to do, like when I first moved here, I was like, you know, it kind of felt like vacation. Like this, you know, I was like, wow, I'm in Europe. I don't know what that move was. Woo, no. And yeah, and I just wanted to be like, I didn't want to stick out as American. I just wanted to be Danish and dressed in black, and I don't know. I just really wanted to assimilate, which meant also learning Danish. So I got right to it. My husband's Danish, so I was like, I gotta learn Danish. His family speaks Danish. And so yeah, I was reading books about Hygge, all the books by Mike Viking. That's how you pronounce his name. And yeah, I was like, thought everything was so cool. And then I stayed here for longer. Not that things didn't, like everything, like I love being here, but it had been so long that since I lived in the US, and like most of the media I consume, like books and movies and TV shows, are American. And so I just began to like fantasize about the US. And I've also, the past couple of years, I've gone through a lot of like mental health issues. And so part of me was always like, maybe if I moved to the US, all my problems would disappear. Which logically I know is wrong. Like wherever I go, my problems are gonna follow me. Changing scenery is not gonna solve that. And plus I do love being in Denmark, and I know if I moved away, I don't know if I pressed a button on accident. I know if I moved away, I would miss Denmark so bad, and I would be like, I'm so stupid. I took it all for granted. And so now, because I was starting to get all negative and stuff, now just this past few weeks or month, I have decided that I need to start embracing Danish life again like I did at the beginning. Not that I want to assimilate, well, I guess in a way. I don't want to become Danish, but I want to just like appreciate living here and find the things I love about living here. Or I guess I already know the things, but I just need to embrace more of them. I think it's also been hard because I've been at home with my son, and then I've been unemployed. And so I don't have like a Danish workplace to go into at the moment. So I'm just like by myself in Denmark. I'm just walking around, and yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. But that's one of the reasons why I want to be a good enough runner to go on a social run. And I know... Okay, still 2. And I know that sounds kind of lame, like work my way up to going on a 5K social run. But I bet a lot of people cannot easily, like they show when you sign up for the social run, they show like their pace. And I'm not at that pace yet. At least not comfortably. And I would like to be comfortably at that pace, so then I can chat and run, and I don't have to worry about pushing myself too much and feel self-conscious. But yeah, that's one of the things I love about Denmark, is how like health and wellness oriented people are. I guess mainly Copenhagen. I don't know about the rest of Denmark. But yeah, there's so many social runs you can join, and like... Still 2. people love to do sauna goose, and there's like so many exercise classes. And last summer I went to this outdoor workout class that the Danish exercise brand called Exercere put on, and that was so much fun, which is why I think I would like the social runs too, because that was like a social workout in the park. So yeah, that's part of my Operation Embrace Denmark. Oh, if you have any ideas, I can tell you some of my other things. Another thing that I have is to try new restaurants. Like me and my husband Mass, we go on a date every week, and sometimes we eat out, and we have a tendency to eat at the same places because that person is talking a lot to the receptionist. But we have a tendency to go, I mean, the restaurant scene in Copenhagen is crazy. I mean, crazy expensive for one thing, but it's also like just so good. And I feel like we should take advantage of it. We don't live in Copenhagen anymore. We live outside of Copenhagen. But yeah, so go to more restaurants, but not too much, because, you know, we're still health conscious. Don't want to eat out too much. And then, yeah, health and wellness, the style. People have a great style in Copenhagen. This is a little like consumeristic. Is that a word? I don't know. Capitalistic? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. But this is, I like living in Denmark. I like living in Denmark because you can like really dress up and no one will like bat an eye at you. And yeah, you can always like look your best, and I love that. So yeah, just thinking about that, although I'm home most of the time. So it's a little hard for me sometimes to get ready in the morning. It's also a beautiful city, Copenhagen. Lots of nice places to walk. I'm going on a community walk on Thursday, which I'll probably talk about later because it's my own community I made for unemployed people. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Okay, I need to stretch. Hej, du snakker med Sue. Jeg har fået en hensynning fra min læge, på grund af, hun synes måske, jeg har pcos. Ja. Kan jeg lave en aftale? Ja. Ja. Vi har altså noget hos os. Vi er fremme i starten af juli. Det passer godt. Godt. Og det telefonnummer, du ringer fra, det er dit mobilnummer? Ja. Ja. Vi sender en sms, når vi nærmer os stedet. Der vil også være en kode til vores dør. Okay. Tak. Det er godt. God dag. I lige måde. Hej. Hej. I did it! I did it. I think I have a... Oh, no. Oh. Well, I didn't really bring a pen to write it down. I did it all in Danish. I'm so proud of myself. Embracing Denmark. Like, I can speak Danish. I'm just have struggled with perfectionism, and I don't like to feel stupid. And so when I'm put in a situation where either I'm speaking Danish and the other person can't understand me, or I can't understand them, I feel like massive embarrassment, which I know I shouldn't. Sorry, I'm making gross noises. All that running really like got all the mucus going around. I don't know. But yeah, it can be hard for me to make mistakes and kind of like brush it off. But that went so well. I just hope I'm pretty sure that she said July and not June, because if it was June, I wouldn't be able to do it, but I'm pretty sure she said July. That's also a super long waiting time. April to May, May to June, June to 3 months. But I've been, you know, looking around at different gynecologists, and this specific gynecologist had really good reviews. So I would rather go to her and, like, you know, have someone take me seriously and get like good treatment than to go to someone else quickly just so that, I don't know, they don't take me seriously or it's an unpleasant experience, especially with a gynecologist, you know? But that's actually kind of interesting. I have recently, or I guess recently and also for a long time, have been having some health issues. I've had acne ever since I hit puberty. Oh, I gotta change positions, other side now. Okay, yeah, I've had such an interesting position to talk about this. Sorry, I'm just looking at myself. But, ooh, I got a message. Sorry, this is probably from the gynecologist. Don't mean to be on my phone while we're talking, but what? Oh, it's because I accidentally called my husband, instead of the gynecologist. And I guess I thought I hung up fast, but I guess the call went through and he was like, is it important? No. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've had acne, and you might think, I don't know how much it picks up on, maybe you see everything on the video, but I have lots of acne scars. It was particularly bad last fall. I had it on my neck, and then I still have acne, like, and I get it like in the cheek, jaw, chin area. So like basic hormonal acne 101, right? But it's not, this is actually, what I got going on right here is very good for me compared to the last year, I would say. But my face has never been where I had the issues. Most of the issues I've had has been on my back, which I'm not gonna show you right now. You know, we're just getting to know each other, and maybe one day, not right now. But yeah, that's what I got when I hit puberty. I got back acne, and for the most part, it didn't really affect me that much until summertime, bathing suit season, because I could always cover it up. And so I could just like pretend like I didn't really have acne that much. It did get better in college, but I found out that when you drink a lot, that lowers your testosterone. I was listening to Huberman podcast and he said that, and I was like, I wonder if that's why, ooh, this feels good after a run. I wonder if that's why I had less acne during that period, because it was one of the most unhealthiest periods of my life. But I was also on birth control, and that helps. And it masks symptoms. Like, I got on birth control when I was 15, I think, because my period was irregular, PCOS. And then I was on it for 11 years, and then I got off it and immediately got pregnant, which is not usual for PCOS, actually. Usually PCOS makes it harder to have kids. Long story short, once I like got over all the breastfeeding and all the postpartum hormones and stuff like that, which, let me tell you, did not help my skin at all. I started getting my period again, and for a while it was like regular. It did start getting a bit longer and longer. Like, it started being like first it was 20, 29 days, and then it was like 30 days, and then it was 31 and 32 and then 33. And then I started getting super long periods, like over 45 days. And my mood just like went, I just had like all these depression episodes where I felt out of control. It was like, yes, I went through like a major life transition, going from being a stay-at-home mom to filing for unemployment and putting my son into daycare. And that is just hard, and that's not going to be easy for your mental health. Oh. But I just felt like these moods were something out of my control. Like I just woke up and I felt so heavy and so sad and so tired. And it would last for a couple of days, and then I would feel completely fine. And then again it would happen, and I would just have days where I was just so sad. And then a couple days later, I felt completely fine. And I just really felt like something was wrong with me. The first time like my period was 2 weeks late, I took so many pregnancy tests, first of all. And then I went to my doctor and I was like, I just feel like something is wrong with me. But it was just like too early. Like I had one late period, you know. She didn't really, I like my doctor a lot, but at that time she didn't really take me seriously. I feel like I'm really connected to my body and almost too, oh, sorry, I should turn the volume down. Don't want to be getting all these text messages while we're chatting. But yeah, I just I feel like I'm like very sensitive to my body, so I can just like feel when things are off, and I knew something was wrong. And then continually my period kept being like 1 to 2 weeks late. And then I listened to a Huberman Lab podcast about, he was interviewing a doctor, I forget her name, about PCOS and endometriosis, and she was talking about how you can diagnose yourself for PCOS if you fulfill like 2 out of 3 requirements. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I have PCOS. So then I made another doctor's appointment, and she was like, she took some blood tests. I'm waiting for her to email me back about their results, but she gave me I don't know what it's called. Sorry, I gotta get into a weird position now. Ugh. I don't know what it's called in English. In Hensuning, it's like a recommendation. It's like something that you need, because we don't really have it in the US. You just like make an appointment yourself. You don't have to have a doctor recommend you to a gynecologist. You just make a gynecologist. Anyways, she gave me the recommendation to go to the gynecologist. And yeah, that doesn't sound right, but I'm just gonna go with it. Which I guess I'll be going to in 3 months. But I did order this supplement called, because the lady that talked on the Huberman Lab podcast, she made her own supplement specifically for people with PCOS. So I ordered it. Unfortunately, it is like getting shipped from the US, so the shipping was like crazy expensive. But I'm going to the US not like end of May, so my plan is to try this supplement for a month, because it got such good reviews and people are like, my period is regular, my skin cleared up, like I feel so much better. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds so nice. So I'm gonna try that for a month, and if I feel, I know I probably should take it for at least like 6 months, but you know, I'm just gonna see how it goes after a month. And then if I want to, then I will order more when I'm in the US. Yes, 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 yes. I love this stretch. I think this is gonna be my last stretch though. I do have more, but I got other things to do today, including shower.